joining me today. This month, I'll be sharing with you for my card creation series, the Mixed Media Florals Suite. The stamp set I'll be using mainly is this Mixed Florals stamp set and the coordinating dies. And I also wanted to show you the designer series paper that comes in this suite. It's really beautiful and I think it's worth a look at. I have actually a half a sheet of one because I've pretty much used lots of it. So it's got gorgeous watercolor look paper. It's 12 by 12 double-sided paper. So there's different, there's black and white and there's my half sheet. I'll show it to you on the other side. I'll flip it in a minute. This one's a really nice one because you can just cut out corners and just use it like borders as well. So great little one there. Another black and white one, you can color it, use it as is. Then we've got some like brush strokes, which is a nice background. Same thing, or you could yeah, like a something you would see on the background of like a wall. Um, Again, sort of that brush stroke. I love this piece as well. That watercolor flowers, and so it's just beautiful paper. I love it. And I really like the stripes, just watercolored stripes there in petal pink. So that's what we're working with today. And today's card one of what we're doing. My name is Rochelle Laird Smith. I'm not sure whether I introduced myself to you if you're joining me for the first time. And I'm from Stamping Flair and I'm from Melbourne in Australia. So thank you so much for joining me. Each month I create 4 cards every Friday, and you have the opportunity from the 1st to the 15th to get the 4 card kits free when you place an order with me of $100. So in Australia, you can place that order. Now, right now, I'm taking orders. Like if you place an order until the 15th of March, you will get next month's kit. Now, next month's kit features the textured notes bundle. This is a fantastic stamp set. I'm loving it. Love, check out all that texture. So that's next month's kit. So if you place an order between the 1st and the 15th of this month, you will get next month's card kit. While I know sometimes you may not get to order that month, I am offering this month's kit. It's available also for purchase. So you can still purchase this kit for the Mixed Media Florals it's $45 for the kit. So that will be all month that is available for you, and I will sort that out at the end of the month. So the opportunity to get that free is not there, but if you place an order before the 15th, you can get the textured notes for free. So today we are creating this card, so you can get this card kit and the following 3 card kits free by purchasing the kit, and it's $45 posted track postage Australia wide. So today we're making this lovely card, and I'm going to be showing you some tips as I showing you coloring and some other little aspects where you can recreate this. And what I get out of that envelope is what you will get in your kit, so you will be able to recreate it. We're going to stamp this image and that in Tuxedo Black. And we're going to stamp 3 leaves and 2 of the floral sprigs. Just get that a bit closer. So there's a die to go with this, so nice and easy. I'll stamp that. Okay, so we've got a piece there all with bits to color. With the leaves, I wanted to choose, instead of going with the green, the expected green, I went with Pool Party for something a little bit different. And Pool Party is a lovely color to color leaves with. And I also added a bit of Lost Lagoon. So light and dark Pool Party and light Lost Lagoon. And it adds that light tinge of a green without being a too heavy uh, green color. And I felt it worked well with this, with the Calypso Coral, which was here. So I'm basically just coloring, filling in this image. Won't go too much to the corners. This is light Pool Party, and then we can go and right to the edges with our bullet or the finer tip of this blend. Okay. Oh, missed one there. All right, so I am going to bring in my light Lost Lagoon. I'm going to add a bit of shading there, just under there. I've missed one there too. I'll go back over. I have to bring it in again, the light Pool Party. But I'm just going to add some of that Lost Lagoon. Just going to do this particular leaves, this two, and I'll go back onto the third one in a minute. Now I'm going to bring in dark Pool Party and we'll try and blend this in. If you're watching with me live or on replay, please let me know where you're watching from. Say hi, chat with me, and I'd love to know, what do you love to make? Do you love making cards? Do you love doing some scrapbooking? 3D projects? What's your favorite thing to make? Or does it depend on what the event is, perhaps? I'm adding now the light. I'm going back and blending in and going to add the light Pool Party just on the edges there. Sometimes it depends on the season and what you need at the time, isn't it? What you're making. Okay. Now we're going to do the same on this. I just wanted to do the blending in before it kind of dried out. So light Lost Lagoon, dark Pool Party. We're bringing it, and I go over that Lost Lagoon so it blends it in well. I'll just do a bit there. It's fairly quickly I've done this coloring. And I'm going with light Pool Party now. If you would like have any questions, please pop them in. I will always go back and read those comments. I appreciate you taking the time to watch and communicate with me and chat with me. So I'd love to answer any questions you have. And help you out with any orders within Australia. You can order with me. I do have PDF tutorials as well. So the PDF tutorial for this particular for projects will is available as well, and that'll be sent out at the end of the month after we've done all 4 cards. So I'm adding petal pink. Adding dark, you could go light, but I have a Calypso coral which is going in the center. I think the first one I did a light, and it doesn't matter. It's just to give some color and adding some variation. It's just whatever I picked up, I kind of did. Petal pink and Calypso coral have the same kind of tone. So you could go for the light and the dark. Like if you want light and dark shades, they're same. They're actually in my paper tray racks. They're next to each other. You, even the ones are pink and ones are orange. They're the same tone. So I'm adding Calypso, light Calypso coral in the center. Then I think I missed some here. Maybe I didn't, but I want it a little bit darker. But then we will go back and add that. Just blending it a little bit. All right. So now I can bring some masking tape or washi tape and die cut these. I really love how the pool party comes up as a leaf. Really nice colors. Leaves can be black even, and just try different colors. Dependent on your project, what you need. I'm just bringing in my stamping cut and emboss machine. And just going to die cut these. If you haven't got one of these, you need one. Because it helps you get all sorts of images which you can to enhance your project. So you get all these little, you can add extra to your image. I'm just going to add another bit of washi tape there. There's another really beautiful detailed die in this die set, and I think I could use it on every project I do. It's just stunning. But I restrained myself and I didn't use it on this first project, but I'll save it. And we've got one more leaf to go. And this is, you can, if you don't have this set and you don't want to get it, you can substitute with what you've got, but I'm reckoning you may like this one if you haven't got this set. There's 2 bundles in the suite. That's the third one. It's probably, I think it looks a little bit, I've got water extra on one side, but I can tuck that in under. I realized I hadn't die cut one of the rectangles which I needed. And you've got to see these dies. These are part of the textured notes. Loads and loads of rectangles. I'll show you to you properly, but I'm just going to die cut that piece of which I need. Because I forgot. But I won't forget for you, kid. You will get it. I double check before I send it out. I definitely double check. It's, this is a brand new set of dies that have just dropped in our online store on Tuesday. Tuesday 4th, yeah. It's a nested rectangle. It's not called nested rectangles, but it is a set of nested rectangles. And it's got some beautiful edging there, you can see. So I think that'll be a great little set for having a stash. So far we have got 3 leaves and our 2 flowers. Next you get in your kit an embossed piece of basic white. Now that is part of the suite itself. It's the, I keep saying it's the plaster painting, and we used to have one called painted texture. This is plaster painting 3D embossing folder. It is really beautiful, and I've been using it so much. I feel like my card's a little bit long, and I found that with my other one too. I'm going to trim it a teensy weensy bit. And if you find that, my suggestion is push to the top, and then you can trim off one end, so you're not like having to trim off 2 ends. That's enough. We've got a piece of pool party, and we're going to layer this piece of I think the contrast is nice against that black. This piece is just beautiful. Um, it's also nice. Designer series papers is one of my favorite uh, ways to add texture to not like you can add make something really pretty so quickly with designer series paper, and it's really easy. No fuss. Looks like you've gone into a lot of effort, and it's all because the hard work's done. Like these watercolor pictures are just already done for you, and it brings in color. It brings in images. You can put a sentiment and be ready to go. So we're just going to glue that straight down, and I'm doing the same. I'm gluing it straight down. No dimensional so far. This I will be adding some dimensionals, of course. Of course, we have to have dimensionals. Now there's a circle from the Spotlight on Nature dies, which I've die cut. And I'm going to splatter it with I'll do the dark pool party, just with the blend. Just on one side. And that is going to be here. I'm going to get my dimensionals. My top I'm wearing is like this piece of paper here. Can't see me, but it's similar colored. Right, so I want to add this here. Next, I've got some ribbon. It's about 30 centimeters. That's what you can either tie a ball, or what I'm doing is just creating a figure eight with it. Making it a bit bigger figure eight. And then I'm going to put that under there with some glue dots. So it's going to just tuck in under my circle there. Then it will look like a ball, but it's not. It's a tricky one. It's a full boy. It's a cheating one. Okay. So we're going to tuck that in. So put a few. You want it really to stick. You can even put double-sided tape if you wanted to. The glue does hold it pretty well. Trim off the edges. And here I can see it just coming out a bit. I want to just make sure that is nice and tucked in and is a pretty formation under that. So I will add another glue dot. Glue dots are your best friend when trying to ribbons and bits and pieces. Okay, so we have got our little bow there. Now we're going to add our leaves. So this is a matter of arranging. So I'll add two sets with some, once the first lot I will add with some mini dimensionals. You kind of need to, because that is there on dimensionals, otherwise it'll sit a bit weird. And it doesn't matter because leaves can be varied and how in space and depth. So it's not too much of a worry if there one part is higher, one part is lower. It's more about sticking it down and grounding it, because you want those dimensionals to stick down to something. Right, so we're going to stick that so it has something nice there. Then this one I will put some kind of a 1 or 2 dimensions there, dimensionals there. And I might just glue the rest down. The dimensional backing stuck there. All right, so we're going to just add a little bit of glue here and there. Just offset. You can still see the little splatters there. Now we'll bring in one of these flowers. And I'm going to create like one kind of, you want one higher, one lower. So you can see variation, like how you would do a regular arrangement. And it just makes it look a bit pleasing to the eye. And I try to sort of semi-tuck it in a bit, like, so you could even do one here. I'm going to see where the other one fits. So it's a little bit different to my first one. It's just how I have done the placement. So I'm going to do one just under there. And each one will be different. It's, you know, however you stick your leaves, kind of, and how I've done my ribbon is a little bit different this time. I can bring it down a bit, just so I can see it a bit better. Then I'm maybe cross that over down there. And how it, I might add another dimensional, or I might not. I might just leave it. I might just leave it because it's fairly high there. And then our last flower, you can, the little sprig, you can add it there. So you can still see some up there. You can see some down here. All right. We're going to stick that like that. So you're going to have, it's like a flow of that, how it's working out. Like that. All right. Now we have a sentiment. I just stamped on white because I actually liked how that turned out on, it was like white on white. A little piece of, we're going to stamp in Calypso Coral. I just thought I'll bring in the Calypso Coral more to the front again, so it kind of balances out with the card base. I'd redo that. That was a bit ordinary. Didn't have enough oomph on it. I'm going to bring in some blue. I've just got this blending brush with some residue Pool Party, which I had used earlier. Oops. So just getting rid of that edge as I flip the cardstock, and I'm just blending some Pool Party on it. Now it may have a bit of another color on it, but just trimming it right down. Let's get some extra there. Just to add a bit of color instead of adding another like a matte layer or under. Just thought, oh, I'll just add a bit of color there. And going to add a little more splatter on this. Could even add Lost Lagoon a little bit just to bring in a bit of the Lost Lagoon. Just for some touch of that. That would be nice too. We just play it and see what happens. Right. Now this is just gonna go like that. But when we add dimensionals, I'm actually adding 2 on this side, like a double. And none on here because this is quite heavy and high. So it doesn't need to be lifted anymore. But I want to try and balance it out as much as I can so it's laying kind of flat. And it doesn't matter if it's not, but just semi. And I will go like that over my card, over my flowers. It sits like that. Now, pulling my ribbon a bit. For our embellishments, this is part of the suite. These are called low profile dots. I've gone with this pink color. It's sort of a muted pink. And because there was a little bit of space on that white, I thought it looked really nice when you put that on there. So it's got the gold as well. So it reminds me of like a latte or something like that. It's just I like the color. It's a very neutral kind of color. And I just put that there. So that's done that. Now for the inside of our card and for the envelope, let's do something on that. We're going to blend some Calypso Coral. I'm going to build up some color there. What do you think of the card? Do you like it? I'm loving this paper and I love the stamp set or the bundle. You're going to fall in love with the die. I'm going to show you during this series another one if you haven't already with the stamp set. That die is so gorgeous. So now I'm going to clean my leafy stamp on my chamois and we're going to stamp it. Instead of having to color it, I will stamp it in Lost Lagoon. Ooh. Realize, guys, this is the only space that's clean on my desk at the moment. I am at the moment getting ready for a Stamping Up event called On Stage. I have got swaps all over the place. I've die cut things. Honestly, I've got things everywhere. All right. I'm going to clean that. That kind of maybe a bit inky. Okay. That's okay. And that. Now I'll add a few splatters and I can give my piercing mat a bit of a clean after. I'm going to add some Pool Party dots here just for a bit of with light Pool Party. I'm just got whatever's on my hand in my hand on my left. Picked it out just for some additional texture. Very light, but I'm okay with that. and sort of it ties it all in. And then we'll stick that on. And when you've got that against the Calypso coral, it'll work. I'll cut that down. So you'll get in your kit, you will get all the pieces for the inside. You'll get the envelope, everything for the kit. So the kit is $45 because the freebie offer was last month. So the kit you can still order till the end of the month for the Mixed Media Florals class. You'll get the whole kit for 4 cards, including all the ribbon, the embellishments. Just don't get the stamped images, like any die cuts that involves the stamping. But you'll get everything else, the designer series paper. It's $45 at the links below, so you can order it. Um, the PDF is also available. Any orders of $100 placed until the 15th, you can get the kit for April class with the textured notes bundle, which is real new, drop on the 4th of March. So it just dropped in. So we have finished our card. Let's take a look at it. So this is my original. And this is the one we just made. Oh, I didn't forget. I forgot a little bit. Oh, I nearly forgot our little banner. That's why we have the sample. So this is the tiniest little bit from the Winterly Treetops, that paper. And I just wanted to bring in that pool party. And I just liked that softness it brought. And it's just a tiny little banner and adds a lovely detail to the card. And I nearly didn't add it, but oh, I'm just as well. It makes all the difference. I love banners. And then it kind of ties in and breaks up that black as well, and just looks nice. I like it. I hope you do too. So please make sure you check out the links below for ordering. And if you want the PDF there, that's available as well. Uh, and I hope you have enjoyed the process of creating this card. Please leave some feedback. I would love to hear from you. And if you want me to help you, please, you can either call me, message me, whatever is convenient for you. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I look forward to seeing you next week at the same time, 8 p.m. Melbourne time. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.